Peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. So, 50 Cent alludes to Mayweather getting checked in cryptic IG post. And, 50 and Floyd, if you've been following, they going back and forth. But this is the most serious message I have seen from 50 to Floyd or vice versa. 50 said to Floyd, "Hey Floyd, that little altercation you just had in Polo Tropical, that was nothing. They just checking your temperature. See you, the man in the ring, champ, but in the street I will hand you your ASS. True story, get the strap." Now, it seems like 50 is using some figurative language and alluding to Mayweather having a run-in with some of 50's potential associates. But no other information about the altercation seems to be available at the moment. So I hate to hear that if that is indeed the case, because it doesn't need to get to a point that is physical. I'm going to play a clip of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talking about envy and jealousy and how it's bigger than our artists and entertainers, even though they have such influence with people all around the world. The minister talks about how the wise, wicked whites, how they are angry and frustrated from the power of hip-hop that they don't control. The influence of hip-hop that they don't control. So they want to break the power of hip-hop. They see their children falling in love with hip-hop. But I'm going to go ahead and roll the clip. This is your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Peace.
But isn't this the culture as we come up in the hood from playing dozens, talking about each other's mama?
Absolutely.
And then trying to find a way to rank your brother. And then this competitive nature where you on top and I see that I can do what you do. Mm-hmm. And then the way I come up is I have to pull you down or you have to pull me down. That seems to be the culture of black life in every field of endeavor. The thing that is destroying us and keeping us from doing what as a people we need to do is the envy and the jealousy that exists between people who under normal circumstances would be natural allies and brothers. So what I see, my brother, is this is bigger than Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Two artists whom God has blessed with magnificent talent. You just can't touch all the people in the world that you both have touched and not have something very special. 50 Cent has it, you have it, Jay-Z has it, Snoop has it. So many of the brothers and sisters in hip-hop are gifted by God with this tremendous gift. And I know Ja, as a young man, I used to be a calypso singer.
Okay.
And in calypso, you rhyme.
Right.
And there comes a time in calypso when you go to war to see who's going to be the king of calypso. Right. And it's based on who can stand up and rhyme, but make the other fella look bad in the rhyme, and whoever rhymes the best and ranks over the other man the best and gets the crowd on their side becomes the king of calypso.
Right.
But it never reached the point where we became violent with one another, or it struck the type of chord that was so divisive that the fans would then take up the beef with each other. And so what I see, Ja, is that there's something afoot that I think we need to try and look to see if there's a bigger picture. Now, you and 50 may have genuine dislike for one another, for whatever the reason, but you're both artists and you both touch millions of people, and you both affect people in a way that your disagreement with 50 and his disagreement with you could ignite something that has the potential of becoming so violent that even hip-hop itself seems threatened by two giants going at each other, not just in lyrics, not just in words, but it's coming down now to should one or both end up like Tupac and Biggie. And none of us want to see that. In spite of the beef, you know, I loved you before I ever laid eyes on you. And I love 50. And when I looked at this DVD on the beef, I think that the brothers behind it did an excellent job to show us the culture. Mm-hmm. Envy and jealousy is a part of our life because some of us have opportunity and others don't. But every one of us is gifted. Right. And some of us that have the opportunity to display our gift, we get fame, we get fortune, we get influence, we gain power. But every brother and sister in the hood and every human being, God has not failed one of us. He's given us all a gift, something that each one of us can do perfectly. But it's up to us to discover what that gift is, exploit it for the good of self and family and community. God has blessed you over 10 years ago to discover that you could rap. Right. But the Ja that I see and the 50 Cent that I see and the men that I saw on that video, you're far bigger than what, as big as you are, you're yet bigger. Now, I realize that hip-hop is being threatened today. It's bigger than Ja Rule, it's bigger than Eminem, it's bigger than Dr. Dre or 50 or others. Hip-hop is being threatened right now. Why? You know, Ja, a lot of people that are ruling have spent their whole life deceiving little white people. Right. And certainly black and brown people, red and yellow people. God wants to put an end to a world of injustice. So the rulers who rule, they want to pass on what they rule to their children. Right. But something is happening, Ja, because God is separating children from their parents. You don't think like mom, even though you love mom. Mm-hmm. Mom may look at you and may not understand her son. Mm-hmm. I'm sure 50's parents look at 50 and say, well, I may have wanted 50 to go another way, but I'm glad he's successful. But parents generally don't understand that hip-hop culture.
Right.
Would you agree?
I would agree.
Now, but what is this culture? I mean, it's powerful.
It's youthful.
You all have taken the youth of America and the youth of the world away from those who rear them, who shape them, who use them. Black youth today, they don't listen to their parents. They don't listen to their teacher. They don't listen to their preacher. They don't trust politicians. And they see those of us in religion as pimps who hustle people in the name of God. Or to put it, if I may, in the language of the street, you know, they see most of the leaders as those perpetrating a fraud. So they ain't got no respect for that which parents had respect for.
Right.
Parents had respect for the preacher, invite him by the house, fix him a meal.
Right.
Parents had respect for the politician. Parents had respect for the teacher. But the students today, they don't have no respect for the teacher, the preacher, the politician, the judge, the police, because they see it all as part of a system that they don't want nothing to do with.
Right.
So hip-hop has created a culture of its own that the enemy does not quite have a grip on,
right,
control of. Now, what I see, the bigger picture, Ja Rule, 50, Jay-Z, said these are powerful young men. Eminem. But they're rebels. Hey, can we control the rebel? What is the answer? The streets are too deep. We can't control it. And the thinking of the ruler is, if I can't control it, we have to find a way to eliminate it. Mm-hmm. Now, what's the best way to eliminate hip-hop that has taken my children from me? I think there was a movie recently, I didn't see it, about a little white fella who got in love with hip-hop.
Right.
What was the name of that movie?
Is it comedy?
Yeah, it's comedy.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah,
right,
but it ain't comedy.
Right.
They made it appear like comedy, but this is a young white boy who got his pants hanging off him. He got a little style in his hair, and he's talking the language of the culture of hip-hop. His father's a politician. Right. Say, man, I got to pass something on to this boy, but they got my boy.
Right.
That's real. If you expand that out in the Senate of the United States government, they wanted to find a way to curtail or to control the lyrics when Ice-T was talking about smoking a pig or a cop. And they went crazy over that, right? Well, now Congress is saying, yeah, we want to get control of this hip-hop because this hip-hop has gotten our children.
Right.
Now here's white children following black artists. That's serious business. White children with Michael Jordan on the wall, Michael Jackson on the wall, all our top stars. They say, well, I go in my child's room and I see this black face on my child's wall. So my children are growing up dissing white supremacy and seeing themselves as a human being and seeing black people as human, but with a gift that I like and I want to follow them. See, the media takes the beef between you and 50 and they play it. They jam it. They keep it going. Why? Why would they keep something going that